Welcome to my Atari ST nostalgia trip, and in this video I will have a look back at the classic Arkanoid, ported to the Atari ST in early 1987. And Arkanoid is also the name of your mothership that was destroyed in the very silly backstory of this game. But luckily a spacecraft called Vaus got away, but then it got trapped in the void that we now must escape. And that is indeed a very stupid backstory for the type of game, because it's just a brickbuster. It's just Atari Breakout with upgrades, but the game itself was very successful both in the arcades and in the home systems. And I also remember playing it quite a lot, and I love how the box boasts about the game being mouse controlled, because that was still kind of a novelty back in the day. And I also remember getting quite frustrated at times playing this. And that memory, combined with my embarrassing performances with the other brick-busting games I did on this channel, may mean I am about to humiliate myself again. But so be it, I will just have to accept that, and let's just have a nostalgic go. And we are starting the game from the Gem desktop, which is the hard drive changed and fixed version of this game. And the reason I'm playing this one is because the original one required me to run it on TOS 1.0 due to the way they did the mouse controls. And as you can see, I can hit T for some trainer options, so I can give myself some goodies that I will probably need if I want to show you anything else but at level 1 or maybe level 2, because I am not going to be good at this, I know that. So I will not give myself lots of nice extras, because the upgrades are also very distracting and I will just lose the ball even more. And I also don't want removable gold bricks, because we want to stay a little bit more close to the original of the game. But I am going to enable the option to skip levels with S, so at least we can have some look at later levels. And I'm also not going to enable infinite lives, because we also want to hear the nice game over music, and hopefully also the high score music, because the high scores set in this game are also quite a bit lower than in the original. Yeah, you can see this original was a title coin-op machine, the conversion done by Imagine. Everything was done by Peter Johnson. He did everything from graphics to gameplay to sound, so all the more power to him. I really appreciate what you did, Peter. You had a very close it was very close to arcade, and I like it a lot. But we shouldn't be talking, we should actually be playing the game. And the game gives us the backstory with some nice animation of a really big ship with huge guns. But unfortunately that ship is nowhere to be seen, because the very little thing that escaped the ship is actually our escape ship called Vaus. And we have to start brick busting because we are trapped in the void. And we have to escape by, well, the void is protected by just by brick walls, and the bricks are so weak that hurling a ball at them will actually destroy them. And I'm probably overthinking the backstory a bit now. We should just accept that back in the 80s everybody wanted to have a nice backstory with the game, but you just play the game and you just hurl yourself at balls. Oh, I just almost missed it. And I immediately got one of the most valuable upgrades, which I then lost immediately because I was looking at where I wanted to shoot my lasers. And you should really be, your first priority should always be to see where the ball is so you can actually catch it. Yeah, and this one makes my multiplies the amount of balls by 3. And again, this is my biggest problem with the game I always had as a child. I thought I was sort of close. I was looking at the upgrade coming down like, okay, where do I have to move? And trying to think ahead a bit too much. Which meant I just missed the ball and it went beside my bed, and that cost me a life. And it's just a frustrating part of this game that's already getting back to me right now, because here's an upgrade again. It's very distracting. These enemies are also annoying, so I want to destroy them, because if you hit them with your ball, you destroy them, but they also change the direction of your ball. Which can sometimes... I didn't want that to happen. But yeah, I had to catch the ball, which made me catch an upgrade I really didn't want. I wanted to keep my lasers. And I'm having difficulty enough to catch one ball, so 3 of them, nah, never. And these enemies, you should also be very careful. You can also destroy them with your bat. And again, the hit detection is a little bit... I'm not saying it's like super bad, it's actually quite good and smooth, but... And I'm talking too much, I'm gaming over. But I'm in the high score list, which is nice. And I like the high score music. Said the man who was completely talking over the high score music. But yeah, you can see I didn't even get past level 1. This game is really difficult, and I'm going to skip the backstory for now. But yeah, it's so difficult to... You try to think ahead with your upgrades, but you should just keep your eye on the ball and make sure you catch it with your bat or spaceship. Or whatever, and I don't like that upgrade. I don't... Ah. And it's really tricky, the mouse controls, because I'm playing an emulator, so I had to fiddle around a lot with my sensitivity settings for the mouse in both Windows and within Steam. So I'm not sure, but yeah, this is probably as good as it's going to get for me at the moment. And I don't want to blame the controls, because actually, I remember back in the day, my memory of the mouse controls is, like they said in the magazines, where they were rejoicing that actually the mouse control as analog controller, the Atari ST mouse seemed to have been made for this game. Because we were used in home versions to play these games with joysticks, which made them a lot more difficult than with an analog controller. Ooh. But I will say the hit detection is, and I'm not saying it's completely off, but it's a bit on the slow side. So if you move your bat at the very last minute, and especially if you catch it somewhere at the edge, you very often see the ball going right to the side of your bat, and yeah, basically you lose a life, which can be very frustrating at times. But I do remember indeed the mouse control on the original ST. They sort of got it spot on. It had exactly the right sensitivity, and it felt, I mean, of course, we were not as spoiled as we are today, with super accurate laser pointers, etc. But I remember the controls to be very good. So any error I made is maybe partly the mouse settings I just didn't get entirely right in my emulator, but it's going to be mostly just me being very bad at this game. And it's embarrassing, I'm down to my last life already, and I have a feeling that I won't actually get past level 1, which is very frustrating. Of course, if you're bad at playing this game, imagine how bad you can be at playing this game while actually giving live commentary. Well, this bad. I gamed over. I gamed over in level 1 again. Oh, this is so frustrating. I want to get to level 2 at least once on pure merit. Which is going to be quite difficult probably. And the frustration is already getting to me. But also the addiction is getting to me already. Oh, see, I was just too late for the upgrade, but I didn't want to take too much risk. More laser. Yes! See, that's the ideal situation where you... And here I don't really have to aim where I want to shoot because there's bricks everywhere. I just don't want the... Ooh, that was a big risk, but I didn't want the green upgrade. And this is a very valuable one because that one allows me to skip to the next level. And I think you also get a lot of points for skipping that level. So here we are in level 2. Yeah, you can also only shoot 2 lasers at once, so it's better to... If you want to get a lot of blocks, it's better to shoot at the lower ones. And of course at your enemies. And... Oh, yeah! This is an historic moment in my video because I finished the level purely on merit. How about that? Because yeah, I got lucky with the pink brick, the pink upgrade, sorry. But this level, I remember, it's so frustrating, and this is only level 3 in the game, and already you just have to aim inside these blocks. Ah, and I missed all the lasers are completely useless in this level because the gold blocks you can never destroy. Unless you enable the cheat. And you can see now it's getting really fast. So this is sort of useful. Oh! I am such an idiot. And I actually got the volume of my sound set pretty low, and you can hear it actually still quite loud. This game is really, really loud. But this is the secret. If you want to, if you have to start this game, if you are going to go completely on the right to open. And then just stay on the right. You will always get inside these gold bricks. Of course, it's better to also catch it when it gets back, but all these gold bricks make the game just very loud, for which I apologize. Yeah, you get 1 or 2 blocks, then the ball comes back, and now it gets really fast. How am I supposed to... Oh, it was just on the edge. But yeah, because it hit so many gold bricks, and there's probably some brick counter. And after a certain amount of bricks it will get... Yeah, I don't really... After a certain amount of bricks it will get just faster. Now you get to the... Like, I have to not only catch the ball, but also try to aim for in the... Yeah, this... But I got more than 30,000 points. So my score was more than 30,000, so even in the original game I would have actually gotten a high score. But you can see this game gets so difficult so fast, and the concept is super simple. I mean, it's just breakout with power-ups, which means there's not so much to tell about this game other than me repeating how frustrating this game gets to me. But I still want to play, and that's the thing about well-designed games. It's even if you're really bad at it, you still want more, and Arkanoid does exactly that, because the concept is also so simple to comprehend. I mean, even my mom, who had no interest in action video games at all, she really liked this one, and she got quite addicted and fanatic. I think I even heard her curse sometimes. But what I'm going to do now, because I'm not getting past level 3 on merit, I'm just going to look at how far I can go before I stop remembering the levels, because this one I still recognize level 4, I reached that. And this hard to kill metal space invader, I also remember. I even remember round 6. And I even remember round 7. And I even remember this one. Yeah, the pile of bricks between all the gold. And including this one, where you have to really have accuracy to get those bricks in these gold things. And this, I will admit, is the first level I really don't remember anything about. And this seems to be also a test of accuracy. Oh, come on. So now I'm constantly trying to get the ball somewhere, because... And you only get points if you either destroy an enemy or a brick. So this is just long, hard, frustrating play, and I'm getting no points in return. The only thing I get in return is the ball is going to get faster. Which is just really annoying. So... Oh no. So at this speed, you have to keep the ball on the left of your bat, but not by too big an angle, because you have to shoot it inside this hole, so it gets inside this part of the vault, and I'm not good enough at this game to do it. This is so frustrating. Oh, come on, let me get it into there at least once. No, yes. See? And now let's hope it just stays in here. So I can just pick up goodies and rake in some points, and I even get... Oh, it actually makes my bat smaller. I can even use... so you can see on the right there's now a portal open for the next level, but... and I don't know if I get all the points for all the bricks if I just go in there or if I wait. I have no idea. And also, yeah, I've never reached this level as a child, I can tell you that. So... And I think the game has like 32 levels, so I reached about 30% of the game. Which is also a bit yeah, it can be a bit frustrating. Anyway. Okay, it gives me lots of points when I skip to the next level, even if there's also no bricks left. And now you get more of this metal, which means this is not a very loud level. And again here, you're hitting bricks but not getting any points, because you only get points when you destroy them. And of course, hitting the bricks after a certain counter, I think, will make the ball go faster. And yeah, I think on the edge of the edge of your bat, the hit detection is a bit dodgy. So make sure you hit it close to the middle instead of... I mean, if this level is already this hard, how can I... And I gave it over already. At least we get to get the high score musical up. Yeah, and I think because it's getting really frustrating now, and the only last thing about this game I'm going to say that this game was designed for 50 Hz, and it was also released in the US a year later, which meant a game designed for 50 Hz was being played at 60 Hz, which meant it probably ran about 20% faster. So that must have been fiendishly difficult, and my American friends, I really feel for you, because that must have been really, really frustrating. But yeah, what can I say? I mean, I have to summarize that this game is just a classic that everybody should at least have one go at. It's the type of game everybody immediately understands, and the addictiveness of this game is almost legendary, and I could feel it today. Because yes, you will get frustrated, and yes, there are much better and smoother Brickbuster games around nowadays, and notably the X-Ball, which runs on Windows, which is actually a really, really good game. But you cannot really appreciate these longtime friends unless you had some good interaction with their great granddaddy. And apart from Atari Breakout, I think the true granddaddy for the development of Brickbusters into this type of game is really Arkanoid. So I would say, leave your high-tech PC or console aside for a bit, get your retro machines out and go pay your respects to Arkanoid. And with that, I would like to thank you for watching.